So you're thinking about moving to Fayetteville, North Carolina? Well, in this video, we're going to talk to you about the difference between a home inspection and an appraisal inspection. Now, you want to stick around to the end of the video so you don't miss any of the important information that we want to share with you about these two topics. And we're going to get at it right now. Now, if this is your first time to our channel, you want to go ahead and like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to receive all of the current market information that we want to share with you about the great city of Fayetteville, North Carolina, Cumberland County, and surrounding areas. My name is Michelle Capers, and I'm the broker in charge of moving forward real estate. And believe it or not, we get calls and texts and emails from clients just like you on a daily basis looking to move to this great city. Now, whether you're an investor or a buyer or even a seller looking to move in 90 days or 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and all of our information will be in the description box below. We want to help you make a smooth move to the great city of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Now let's dive into this video. Now, first off the bat, we want to just talk about appraisal inspection and a home inspection. Both of these inspections are two different inspections. So sometimes when I deal with clients a lot, they're wanting to know, well, what's the difference? You know, am I paying double if they're both inspections? Why do I have to have two? Well, with the home inspection is something that's done right when we go under contract and we get accepted. Those are the first couple of things that we're going to get scheduled for you is your home inspection and your termite inspection. And you know, depending on the home that you get, you know, we might have to do, you know, some other inspections, but these two inspections are the most important inspections that we do in pretty much all the homes. So the home inspection is a very intricate, you know, your home inspector is very meticulous about going through your home with a fine-tooth comb. Now, this particular inspection, you can get anywhere from a 20-page report to a 80-page report, just depending on how old the home is. So I always try to prep my clients before we even go into getting this home inspection, which is not mandatory, but we do suggest that you get it. You know, we really encourage you to get a home inspection, especially on pre-existing homes. Now, with new constructions, you're not required to get it. You're not required to get it either way. But with new construction, you know, we don't really push it too much as we do with pre-existing homes. But I try to prep my clients as much as I possibly can. Don't panic, because it'll make you feel as though the home is about to fall apart, and it's not. That's just normal kind of wear and tear on the home, and just depending on how the previous owners have taken care of the home, there could be some issues there. If you have a home inspector that is very meticulous about, you know, doing their job and doing it right, which is good for you as the buyer, I don't want you to panic, because a lot of this stuff is little nitpicky things. What we're looking for in a home inspection is your big ticket items. You want to look for structural damage, HVAC, hot water, you know, plumbing, and definitely roofing. So those are the major things that we're looking for. And even if those come back with something on the report, all is not lost. It doesn't mean that your home is about to fall apart or you purchased a lemon, you know. And a lot of times a lot of times buyers panic more so than not when we're in a seller's market where you're putting down a hefty due diligence. And I do have some information on one of my videos talking about due diligence deposits and earnest money deposits. Those are the times that my clients usually panic the most, is when they have a 5, 10, 20, 30, 40. I mean, I have seen $40,000 to $50,000 due diligence deposits in the seller's market like a year ago. We're not seeing nothing near that this year. When you are getting prepared to review this home inspection and you're getting a report back that's 40 or 50 pages, just again, don't panic. You know that, again, this is a thorough report for everything in your home from top to bottom, and it's going to show every little thing, from even an outlet being loose, from a ceiling fan being loose, you know, chip paint or something. So, you know, I just want you all to know that there is a difference between the two inspections, and with this inspection, it's a little bit thorough than a lot more thorough appraiser does. So just keep in mind with this particular inspection, it is a lot. You're going to see a lot. Don't panic. Work with, us as realtors to make sure that you're not getting yourself into something that you're going to regret in the long run. Keep in mind the year of the home, the type of structural of the home, brick home versus vinyl homes is going to be a little bit different. You're going to see different things on the report regarding that, fences and, whether they're down or up or wood rot and certain things like that. It's typical, condensation around the, hot water heater, some shingles missing, so on and so forth. So we will work with you and make sure that we go through the report, and we will, request, we do after we get the report and we go over it, we will submit a due diligence repair request, and a lot of times, again, just, kind of setting your expectations. The seller is not required to do everything that we request. So that's why I'm saying we're trying to narrow down the little paint chips, the little, the toilet stool is wobbly a little bit, the ceiling fan is, some of those things we're not going to put on the list. We're going to look for those big ticket items, and those are the things that we're going to try to get done for you. We'll submit that to the seller, and most of the time they're pretty good at getting this stuff done, or give you allowance to get it done yourself once you close. So that is the home inspection. Now with the appraiser inspection, the appraiser comes in to give value to the home, see how much the home is worth, so that's different. They're not coming in there looking at the ceiling fans and the outlets and some, HVAC and things like that. Now they do have a list that they go through, and I don't know exactly what is on the list, but I know wood rot is one of those things that the appraiser looks for, and definitely VA appraisers are very, very, very stringent. They're very nitpicky. And what the appraiser report does is that report kind of solidifies the contract, the transaction in and of itself. Because if the appraiser does not check off on this home and is something that needs to be done, the sellers are more apt to do those repairs versus your home inspection repairs. And a lot of times, just depending on the motivation of the seller, they'll do a little bit of both. If the appraiser comes back with any type of contingencies, meaning that there is some wood rot in the deck or around the house, or something else that they have found that they want to be taken care of, more than likely that seller is going to need to do that, or they will not approve this loan, because they're not going to allow you to buy something that is not habitable, or if there's any type of issues or concerns. They're not going to approve you for this loan if there's any type of issues that needs to be addressed, because their money is at stake. So the appraiser says something needs to be taken care of before they can actually write off and say yes, to you getting this loan, then the sellers would need to take care of that as soon as they possibly can, because that could be a delay in closing too, just depending on how much the appraiser comes back and say. And usually it's not a lot of items, anywhere, between 1 to 5 items, but it just depends also on the condition of the home. However, most of the time, if you're with a seller, and a good agent will prep that seller to be able to say to them, whether they knew it or not before they list the home, letting them know before we even get it listed. We try to go through the home and say, hey, you might need to, look at this or look at that, or if you don't want to get it done now, set aside an allowance, for your clients, because this might come back. However, if the appraiser says that it needs to be done, we're going to have to get this done prior to closing. So, just keep that in mind. The appraisal is kind of a safety net to you regarding your home. Sometimes we have went into this season where it was the seller season where we were foregoing, buyers was foregoing getting the home inspection done. We were coming in as is. However, the appraiser, that's the second inspection that gets done. The home inspection, we go ahead and schedule that once we pretty much go under contract. I would say a day or two later, we get that done, and within a week they have that back, because we have this period of time where we need to get our home inspections done, and we need to get the due diligence repair request report sent off to the sellers for us to negotiate on our repairs. So that we have a 2-week window, which is called the due diligence period. So that is done. The home inspection is done at the beginning. Now we're here around the 3rd week where their appraiser is coming in to pretty much see if there is an issue that needs to be rectified before they sign off on you getting the loan to purchase this home. So that's what the difference really between the two. They're both necessary, they're both needed. One is more so required with any home. You're going to have to get an appraisal whether you want to or not, unless you're purchasing cash. So that is always required. There's always going to be in place when there's a loan in place. You don't have to get an appraisal done if you are paying cash. That pretty much eliminates the appraisal portion altogether. Now with the home inspection, we always, advise you to get it, but if you want to forego it, you really want this home that, really bad. And like I said, in this competitive market that we were in a year or two ago, a lot of people were doing that and coming in as is. And when we say as is, we're not wanting you to feel like you're going to buy something that the roof is going to cave in tomorrow. The houses was pretty much in good condition. The sellers was just only opting to do what the appraisal report says, which kind of trumps everything else. So even if we did submit a due diligence repair request, they could pretty much say no. Now, the thing is that if they said no and you was like, well, I don't want to buy this house, whatever monies that you put down in your due diligence deposit, or what we want to call a due diligence fee, because you do not get that back regardless. You do not get that back at all, but you can walk away, but you can't get that back. So just depending on, it was kind of rough out there with the sellers market, because some sellers, they were pushing the envelope and it was like, no, we're not doing this. And buyers wasn't budging. But then you went and put $5,000 or $10,000 on it. If you walk away, the seller's is not going to lose. If it's some, petty stuff on the home inspection report, even if it was something that was big to you, we had to kind of ride it out until that appraiser comes in. And if that appraiser didn't see something that was just alarming, a lot of the sellers was not getting it fixed. So it was a difficult time in this last season. But in the buyer's market, which we are in right now, it's a little bit better. It's not as stressful as it is to put in an offer. However, we're in a season where the inventory is low. So if it isn't one thing, it's another. So but however, if you are able to find you an affordable home in this market, you more than likely you're not paying thousands of thousands, 10, 12, $50,000 for due diligence. A lot of people, and it just depends on the home and the location, the condition of it, is walking away with due diligence fees under $2,000. So we can get you in there at this season. And then a lot of times the sellers are paying for your closing costs. They're paying concessions. So this is a good season to buy. It's still a good time to buy. I know the interest rates are a little bit higher, however, but the homes are going up. So you're building equity in your home. So the thing is, if you wait too long to purchase a home, the interest rates might go up higher. Might go lower a little bit, but if they don't, and if they stay the same, that same house next year is going to be 3 to 6% more. So just keep that in mind when you're, contemplating, or you're on the fence still. Just a little nugget there. It's always a great time to buy, because if worst case scenario, the interest rates might stay the same or they might go a little bit lower, but the home values are going up year by year. So again, home inspections and appraisals are two separate things, both different inspections. The home inspections are a little bit more thorough. The appraisers are inspecting totally different things from what the home inspector did. They're looking for the value of the home, and they're looking for other things. They have a list of things that they're looking for. And like I said, again, I know one of them is wood rot, and there's some other items on there that they're looking for that needs to be done, broken windows, and so on and so forth. So just rest assured, we'll get you through this process and do this transaction, but I just wanted to let you know as far as the cost of it, because I know sometimes, you know, things are tight and we're trying to eliminate one, you know, or the other. You can purchase as is and purchase this home as is and not pay for, you know, it's anywhere between $350 and $450 for a home inspection now here in Fayetteville area, at least with the inspector that I use. And your appraisals are looking at anywhere between $500 to $750, $800. So it's a little difference in the prices for them for those two items, for those two inspections. And however, again, the home inspection is more thorough. The appraisal is looking at more so of the value of the home and a few other items, and that is what's more important in a transaction, because if the appraiser ever comes back with any contingencies, the seller pretty much, and I want to say, you know, 90%, 95%, they have to get that done or they just can't sell the home. So, you know, most of the time the sellers are going to go ahead and take care of the items that need to be taken care of, the ones that at least that the appraiser says. So I hope you learned something from this video today. If you did, leave me some comments in the description box below. I want to hear from you if you understood what I was saying, if it just was sounding like a whole bunch of babble to you, if you have some different topics that you will want to discuss, or you're kind of, you know, you're contemplating getting a home, but there's something else that you was wanting to know about, let me know and I'll put a video together to help you out in that area, because we want to help you all make a smooth move and a smooth transition through this home buying process. It doesn't have to be as bad as some people may think it is. You know, it's not a scary thing. If you have everything in place and if you know what you're doing going forward, it'll be a smooth transition. So once again, my name is Michelle Capers. I'm with Moving Forward Real Estate, and we are moving forward one home at a time, and we hope to see you in the next video.